Hey, y'all like my pretty new flag? Hey there, and welcome back to Boots and Bounty Homestead. I appreciate you stopping by to watch my video on my channel. There's a lot of noise going on around here. It's a busy day today. But I wanted to walk through and do a short little garden tour real quick and let you know of some stuff that's changed. Well, folks, our carrots are done, so we're fixing to do a video on pulling them up here shortly. They're all laid over and got to get them out of there. My potato plant down here is starting to die off, so it's getting close to being ready to pull. And I don't know what has eaten all my leaves off back there. I didn't see a worm or bug or anything, so it just come in and ate it and left. So, almost tater time. We got our first yellow squash off of this yellow one. It's just hot right now. It's in the middle of the day, so it's starting to lay over a little bit. But we got our first yellow squash off of it, so it's finally coming out of the blossom rot. Do you see what I see? Looky there. How pretty is that? Couple more days in your mind, big boy. And oh, this one over here. Looky there. That's a pretty an ombre. Got the ombre sheen going on. And these right here, this one's starting to turn. I'm so excited, guys. Looky there. Pretty, pretty. And I picked about 12 peppers yesterday off of these things. They were just loaded. Jalapeno peppers. And right next door, look over there, cute little cantaloupe. There's a baby hanging there, right there. I didn't see any more in there. Got some pretty little flowers blooming here. No sunflower yet. I don't think. No, it's getting there. We come back and this eggplant had done doubled in size. That's crazy. Looks like we got some flea beetle going on. Can y'all see those little bitty dots there? Let me see if I get the shadow. There we go. Those are called flea beetles. Yep. Might have to put a little DE on them. Ain't those pretty? And I did have to add some dirt to this one yesterday because it was starting to dry up around the edges. Being black and in the sun, it heats up really hot. So, aren't those pretty? It's kind of weird. That one's offset. The rest of them are green. It's just kind of down there by itself. That one's putting on some new growth. So you've got the bunch with all the flowers on it, and then you've got the new growth to the side that don't have as many flowers. Pretty little butterfly. Logan's big beautiful flowers. Those are pretty. Pretty, pretty. Got another one here. It's fixing to open. Beautiful little marigolds. If you see something a little different here, this is the edge of the bed. Last week I went ahead and pulled up the zucchini squash plants. They were just enormous. There was 3 in this 8-foot section here. They were enormous. I couldn't even get in and out the garden. They were not giving me any vegetables. You don't stay unless you give me vegetables. I had pruned them back. They had overgrown that 3 times. And the vines were so heavy they were laying on top of the zucchini, and they were just rotting. I hadn't gotten zucchini off of them in 2 weeks, and I'm like, if this is gonna be the way it is, then I don't have no use for you. So I pulled them up, and I will show you what we just did to get new zucchini. Looky here, looky here. Corn will be ready in a couple weeks. See the hair on them? They're starting to die. Lots of corn coming. Look at that big monster right there. This sucker's huge. This one's about ready. This one right here. Hair's dying on it, or the silks. All right, the yellow squash. It's just elaborate. We got a few off of the when we picked yesterday. Got a bunch of blooms in there. Got a bunch of little baby squash too. And look at Logan's flowers. They're getting big. And something I hadn't even showed him yet, because he went home with my mom and dad the other day. Look all the way up there. How beautiful. That is his first sunflower. This thing is enormous. It's a good 10 feet up there. Oh, look at all the bugs. See if you can see all the bugs crawling around up there. It's too bright. I really can't see what you're seeing. I get the general idea of how far I'm zooming it in, but I can't really see what I'm showing you. A pretty butterfly. Where'd you go? Right there on that pink one. Doing her thing. Look how much this okra has grown, guys. It's up to my waist. Very, very big. And one has a bloom. Let me show you. We're going to be getting okra in the next few days. Oh my gosh, I cannot see. See that? I love okra flowers. They are so pretty. They're in the hibiscus family, so they open up real wide and flat and beautiful. I'm surprised that one's still open, because I usually just open up first thing in the morning. But I'm going to be doing an okra video pretty soon to show you how to take care of it. That won't be too much longer. Look at that. Those things are huge. All right. You see something else we did behind me? I come out here and I pulled up half of these strawberries. I'm sorry, it is so bright out here. I pulled up half of these strawberries because I got tired of not being able to get around my blackberries. So I come out here and pulled up half of them, just chunked them, because there are more runners in here for next year's plant than I'll know what to do with. So after I pulled those up, we watered the dirt real good and then put a whole bunch of hay down as mulch to keep it warm and wet for the blackberries, because my blackberries are actually starting to die back some, and I think it was because either they were getting smothered out by the strawberries or they were just not getting enough water. Maybe the strawberries were soaking it all up, I'm not sure, but they started actually producing more. There's a big cluster like right there that I didn't have the other day. So I pulled all of this out and put all that hay down. Now we can pick blackberries all the way around the blackberry plants like you're supposed to be able to. So as soon as those start dying back, I'll show you how to take care of those for next year's plant. Those sunflowers are not as quite as tall as that one, but they are getting there. And these things have like 5 to 7 heads at the top, and then each leaf underneath that has a head that's coming out. So these things are going to be loaded top to bottom. And we come in yesterday and picked all the cucumbers. I don't have any to pick with you, but I just want you to see they're doing great. This one's still lacking a little bit. You can kind of see through it a little more than you can the ones in the back there. But hey, it's still producing and we're doing good. It's just hot as Hades. Slicers are doing good. These two right here are slicers. The two on the other side are slicers. And look, they're actually getting way up there on top of the trellis. Check that out. Climbing on up there. So these two are the homemade pickling. The other two on the other side over there are the Boston pickling. And then there's 4 plants, 2 here and 2 on the other side of the slicers. Of course, you guys already know this. And just for the new people that might have stopped by, here's my spaghetti squash. And I think that little baby's about going to do all it's done. Trying to shade it a little bit because it's kind of hard. My fingernail don't leave too much of a big indentation. And there's another baby that's new. And these do climb. So we have started trying to help them get tied up. But you got to stay on it because look, that right there, it's done. This is tied up right here and it's done fell over and kept going. Ew, look at that critter. Where'd he go? There he is. You're ugly. But you're there for a reason. Alright, and then we got these 2 big things over here. I mean, those are huge. And then we got a baby hanging out over here. And again, we need to come out here and tie some more of these up. They just took off over the weekend. Let's see if there's any more in here. Nope. So it's starting to get up to the top. It'll be shading there for long. Big old sunflowers. Pretty little marigolds. Here's Emma's herb garden. She's back, so she's got to come out here and get some things picked and trim back. Our basil's bolted, so we gotta get those flowers off there. Look at her little peppers. That one is loaded, guys. Look at that. Loaded. And then she's got some little peppers down here. Let's see. Here's one. Almost ready. Got some grass. Can't stand grass. But this isn't a pallet bed, so grass, you know, it's not as easily smothered out because it's so thin. There's some more back there. Some more little peppers right there. Here's our peach trees. We don't say much about them. There's one peach tree, and there's another peach tree. Haven't grown much, but they've put out their leaves again, so that's exciting. And here's our new bed we did. I put a video out on this, making a new garden bed. Just did that, I believe, this morning. It's hot on our zucchinis because this black dirt is hot. And they just got transplanted last night, so they're still making their way home and getting used to it. Like I said, they may shock for a day or two. And I may also come out here and put some hay down so it can, the sun heats up the dirt and it also reflects it back on the plant. So I may come out here and just put some hay down so it doesn't reflect the heat back up as much, and it'll help hold that moisture in so it doesn't dry out as well either, because this is gin trash. It dries out super fast. That's why everything you see I have with the horse manure and the gin trash, it has very thick, like 2-3 inches thick of hay on it. 1 for weed control and 2 for moisture control, because it does dry out super fast. Just a pretty sight. My new flag and those plants growing. Beautiful. Beautiful. we don't show very often is Logan's plants over here by the swing set. They just have not done very well because there's not really any sun over here, but they're starting to come up. And our newest project, I said in the other one, the other video about making the garden, about the uses of cinder blocks, we put herbs around our chicken coop. And there's a cucumber. Oh, they're all coming over here. Y'all want y'all's 10 seconds of fame. But we've got cucumbers, and I've got some tomatoes I got to put over here. We've got lemon thyme, sweet mint, garden sage, oregano, bee balm. So they're enjoying that. Wanted to give you a follow-up on the trellis that we did for the tomatoes. They're doing good. And I went ahead and went back because there was a storm coming in right after we did it. And I put these little clips on here just to kind of start angling them that way. So as they start getting some weight on them, they'll just automatically start laying over. And the tomatoes, once they start growing real good and stuff, they'll have that extra weight. So they're doing good. And here's my kitchen sink. It's just hot on them right now. And then we got some pretty flowers. My petunias come up, started blooming over the weekend. And they also was running out of dirt around the edge of the pot, so I had to put some more dirt in there. Here's Steven's pot of flowers. It's a pot of flowers. Looking good. And I didn't know coleus bloomed because I've never had it long enough to bloom. Got a stupid chipmunk around here that every time I get it, he would eat it. So that's pretty cool to see it blooming. I don't know if it actually needs to or not, but those beautiful red flowers, I have no clue what those are. Those are beautiful. And look at this. Believe it or not, I know you guys won't believe it. And I think I said it on another video. I had a tomato inside in a storage container sitting on the counter, because you're actually not supposed to put tomatoes in the refrigerator. And I left it on the kitchen counter. I got it out to use it one day, and whenever I cut into it, the seeds had started sprouting on the inside of the tomato. So I brought the whole darn tomato out here and stuck it in the dirt and just let them sprout. And these are actually tomato plants. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more tomato plants, and it's the ones that you get from the store, the tomatoes on the vine that you get like 6 in a pack. That's one of those, or 6 of those from one tomato. And here we got basil in a pot. If anybody needs basil, let me know. I got plenty. And then here is the tomatoes I got. Now, Bonnie, whenever they put out their plant racks, they only leave them out for so long, and then they come back through and take everything out. Well, if you can catch them around the 1st of July, the first week or so, week or two, they will actually tell some of the local farm companies, not like Walmart or nothing, but they'll start telling these local farm stores to reduce them and sell them for like $1. So I got this whole pack of 6 for $1. I think there's like 7 or 8 plants in there, and those are tomatoes, and that's what I'm gonna put 3 of around the chickens, and then 3 in my garden. And there's some kind of lemon yellow heirloom. This is the Golden Jubilee heirloom tomato, and it's going to be yellow. It's a good yellow slicer. So I've got to get those planted here shortly, but I was keeping them in this water because tomatoes, they like to be bottom watered, and I couldn't keep these wet enough. And so what I do is you can set them in water as long as you monitor them. Don't drown them, but you can set them in the water and they will bottom water, just like you do your baby seeds whenever you plant your seeds. Oh my goodness, look at that. That is a fat frog. You guys see him? I've seen him digging over there in my pot. I think that's his little house now. I haven't bothered him. I see him every now and then, but he is huge. Anywho, and I realized again that I didn't sign off. So I just get so busy and I forget to sign off. So anyways, I'm glad you guys stopped by. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we will talk to you soon. We love you. God bless, and may God make your garden as bountiful as He has mine. Bye bye, guys.